Hey there, wonderful people. It's another exciting week, and I could not be happier to kick off our EBM Suite Community Call. As we come together once again, our mission remains the same, clear, which is to connect, swap insights, and also to dive into topics which are going to elevate our community, therefore also elevating your businesses. Yeah. I'm Charity, your host, and joining me today are the brilliant EBM Suite team members, our developers, designers, support heroes, and also our managers. Yeah, this crew represents the heart and soul of EBM Suite. These are the folks that you've connected with before. We're not just here as a team, we are here to assist you forge your business forward. Yeah, so we're going expertise and learning alongside. Joseph is in the house. He's here to navigate us, leading us through the feature of the week, which you're going to get into just now. And he's also all ears for your questions in the upcoming Q&A sections. So go ahead and start posting them on there so that he can be able to tackle them when that session comes in. Yeah. So Joseph, say a quick shout out to the community before we begin.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone from wherever you are. Happy Wednesday. Happy to be here for yet another weekly community call. And I hope you're going to have a good time and you're going to learn something. So yeah, Charity, you can kick us off.
Yeah, let's start this thing. So today, we are not just talking about, our theme today is actually financial organization, and it's not specifically just financial organization. We'll delve deeper into efficient invoicing. Invoicing is more than just sending bills or tracking who was not all that. It's a vital component in your financial organization. So efficient invoicing can be, again, changing your business. It ensures that you'll get paid on time and your clients and customers have a clear understanding of what you're providing, what services or the products you're providing to them. And this can contribute significantly to your financial health. Yeah. So at EBM Suite, as you know, we recognize the importance of efficiency, but more importantly, efficient invoicing and in maintaining your financial order. Today, we're going to delve into this topic deeper, and we're going to be exploring the tools and techniques in your invoicing process, saving your time and boosting your financial efficiency. We believe that when you have a well-organized invoicing system, you are not just managing finances, you're setting a stage for better business management, growth, and success all through. So what can we look forward to today? We'll provide insights, we'll provide tips, and we'll also have a live demo to help you make the most out of efficient invoicing. Whether it's a small business owner, or you're an entrepreneur, or a manager, these strategies that we're going to provide are going to be substantial in improving the organization of your finances in your. I'll just move it forward to Joseph to assist us to delve deeper into this topic. Joseph.
Thank you for that brief overview. So I'll just dive into the hands-on walkthrough. And if you do have a question on anything that I'll showcase as I'm going through invoicing, please feel free to shoot your question under the Q&A section. So I'll just proceed to share my screen. Could you please confirm that you can see my screen?
Yes, Joseph, it's fine.
Okay, thank you. So once you get into the EBM Suite system, of course, you get to the dashboard as the landing page. So I believe it was our first community call. We went through the POS where we showcase how you will generate invoices via the POS view. So now we just dive into invoices. So we can showcase into a deeper level how you can fully manage your invoices through EBM Suite within the system. So under our menu, on the second menu item, which is sales, you can see that our second menu item under sales is invoices. And once you click on invoices, you'll be redirected to this view. This view, we have a number of functionalities. You can see we have the add button. This redirects you to the page where you can go and create invoices. We have export. From here, you can export all invoices from the system. We have customize. Customize involves customizing your invoice header and footer based off how you like your customers to view them once you send them the invoices. We do also have filter, where you can filter invoices by date or by status. And the status include draft, pending, partially paid, or fully paid. So yeah, that's on the actions. You can also search. Then you can get to view the invoices, which include the details, which is the transaction code, the date it was performed, the status, the customer, the due date on when the invoice should be paid, the total amount that has been paid currently, and the balance that's yet to be paid. So yeah, that's on the first view. You can go to view invoice details. Once you go to view an invoice, you can either choose to print the invoice. Say you need to print it and give it out to a customer. You can also choose to send it via email. So if the customer has linked to this invoice as an email, they receive that email. So as you can see, we have a customer, the current customer linked to this invoice has this specific email, or you can choose to edit that invoice in case you made an error while creating it, or you have new details that you need. Sorry for the email. I meant to say this email. This is the customer that's linked to this invoice. On the right side, you see we have the payment summary, which includes how much the total invoice was, the balance, the status. As you can see, this invoice is fully paid, and so the balance will be 0. And you can also get to see the history for this particular invoice. So now let's dive in on how do you create an invoice. So you come to the invoice view, list view, then you proceed to add an invoice. From here, you can see our first field is customer name. So you can choose from existing customers within the system. You can click on the drop down, you can get to see the list, or you can choose to type the name of the customer, and you choose from that. But what if you've come to create an invoice and this customer is not already in the system? You can click on the drop down and you can see the first link is add new. So you can click on add new, where you'll get a pop-up to create a customer. So we can choose create a customer. We will say the customer is an individual, not an organization. We'll say the customer walked in. So let's create a name for them. We call the customer Jeff. And for the phone number, we'll give the customer this particular phone number. And for their email, we'll say it's jeff@gmail.com. Then you can choose to give them a location, address, postal code, their Twitter username, and their Facebook username, but these are not mandatory fields. So just leave it as is. Then we create that particular customer. Once the customer has been created, you can see for the customer name, automatically they have been selected. Then in the second field, we have the invoice date. So by default, it comes having selected today's date, but you can choose to change that. So I'll leave it as is. Then we have the second field, which is the due date. From here, you can choose the due date. So it comes by default having selected today as due date, but you can say on receipt, which is also today or within 15 days, 30 for 1290, or you can choose to add it. You can choose to select the date manually if you do have like a specific date. So I'll say ours should be within 15 days. And I'll set that as the due date. Then we have the next section is where you get to add the items. So for the items, still the same thing as I showed you for customers. You can choose to select items that are already in the system. When you click on the drop down, you have a list of all the items that are within the system. You can search for one, just search for cocoa, or you can choose to add new. So we can say, let's add a new item. I will say it's a good item. Then we'll say we need the selling Samsung phone. Then we can give it an SKU number. This helps us when we're using the mobile app and we need to scan this item instead of just having to search it. We can choose taxes that apply to this particular item. So right now we just have the VAT. We can say the initial quantity that we have in stock is 100 of them. The reorder level is when these items get to this number, the system itself will alert you that you need to add more. So we'll say that should be 10. The cost of purchase, we'll say we bought one for 25,000 and we are selling it for 30,000. And then we can choose to either link it to a category. So I'll just say link it to the products category. Then we'll create that item. So once we create the item, it will be tracked under all items in the system, but it will also be automatically populated in your invoice. So as you can see, this is the item. It will come by default having a quantity of 1, the price. So since we have quantity as 1 and the price as this, the amount will still be 30. And you can choose to add one more item. So we'll select this just from the system. So I'll say we need a cable too. So we'll add a cable. Then the good thing about the invoice, the price is not fixed to as is in the system. You can choose to change the price if at all for this particular customer. You need to give them a different price. So you can choose to edit and say this customer, we need to sell it to them at 32,000 instead of 30. You notice it updates, and this customer needs 2 of these items. So we have the total as 64,000 instead. So you can come and also change if for this particular invoice, if this item is affected by tax or not. So if you did have more tax items in this system, we will change this. So we can choose to, we can say this item, no tax applies to it. So we remove that. And for the cable, we say that the VAT applies to it. So the system itself will automatically calculate the tax for the items that's affected, the ones that are not. You can choose to add customer notes. So I'll just say these are the customer notes. And if this, by default, the invoice comes having picked your business set default currency. So right now, this particular store or business is set it to use the United Arab currency, but for the invoice, you can choose a different one. So go for the Kenya shilling, we'll set it to be Kenya shillings, and you'll see the price updates across the whole system. So that's we now have a complete invoice. You can change any details that you wish. I'll choose let mine stay as is. Then we create the invoice. So once we created the invoice, we'll come to this view to now view our invoice. You'll see the details. These are the details for the organization. This is the customer we created. Here's Jeff. We have the items. You can see the total, the tax, and the total amount that should be paid. These are the notes. I'll show you how to edit these notes. The notes and terms. This is the note that we created right now as we are creating the invoice, and this is the footer. So once you're here, you can see the total, the balance, and you can see the history. So you can choose to approve this particular invoice if everything is okay. So just approve it. And once you approve, you'll see the status changes to approved. So that's how you get to create an invoice. You can go back to edit any details that you wish. So I won't change any details. So I'll just show you how to edit the notes. So once you come to the invoice view, you can see we have customize. Once you click on that, as you can see, this is the tagline, the one that was at the footer level. You can choose to click on this to see where they appear. So yeah, you can see the tagline will be under here, and then notes and privacy will appear here. So from this pop-up, you can choose to change this and change this. The same will reflect on your invoice, or you can choose to delete them if at all you do not need them. So that's how you get to change the footer and the tagline and the notes. I believe I've covered everything that you need to know. Maybe we can say we need to make a payment. So as you can see, our invoice has a balance of 65,000. You can say we need to add a payment. So you can choose to. So if you put a less amount than it is, the invoice status will be changed to partially paid. But I'll just say full amount. Then I'll say it was paid by cash. Then we can save that. And you'll see the balance has been updated to 0, and the status now is paid. Yeah, so I hope that has been in-depth walkthrough on invoices. And if at all you have any questions on anything that I've showcased, you can add it on our Q&A section, and I'll address it before this call ends. So thank you. Charity.
Thank you very much, Joseph, for that. As we've seen, EBM Suite Invoicing equips you with the tools that you will require to exercise, say, comprehensive invoicing in your organization. So you'll have control, and invoicing will be a breeze to your financial transaction. The challenge is going on it's been going on for a while, but it ends 30th of this month, which is November. So this challenge keeps excitement in this community. So what's the challenge really? The challenge is referring people. You refer your friends, colleagues, and your connections to EBM Suite, and you gain points by doing that. So we said before, just to be clear to anyone who's listening to this for the first time, when you refer your friend via mobile, you get 5 points. And when you refer via the web app, you get 2 points. So the person with the highest points is going to be the top of the leaderboard, obviously, but is also going to win a cash prize of 10,000 Kenya shillings. So it's time to put those networking skills to test. Reach out to your friends, your family, contacts, invite them to join EBM Suite. And as they sign up and as you go up the leaderboard, you have more chances of winning. And just a disclaimer, we will be flagging any referrals that are fake or maybe duplicate contacts. So make sure that your referrals are legit, or you'll be disqualified from the competition. Yeah, so let's go on, share EBM Suites and win this cash. Yeah, onto the business nugget or business tip of the day. So this week, we're going to delve into the concept of business efficiency. Guided by the wise words of Abraham Lincoln, if I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I'd spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. This quote beautifully encapsulates the essence of efficiency, being prepared, having a strategy, which is going to be optimizing your process. Yeah, so in the world of business, efficiency isn't just about working harder, it's about working smarter too. It's the art of sharpening the proverbial axes. It's about maximizing our output, not just minimizing our input. So ensuring that every resource that we put in, whether time, money, or energy, is used in its optimal best. So to achieve efficiency in business, we need to focus on several key aspects. One, we have planning, where you spend time strategizing and setting clear goals before diving into a task. Then two, we have automation. Here is where we leverage tools and technology to streamline your repetitive or processes in your business. And three is delegating responsibilities to in very different places. So just delegate to make the load lighter for you. Then four, we have continuous learning. This is where you keep in touch with what's going on around you, with the industry trends and how the business world is evolving. So in essence, efficiency is the compass that guides us through the maze of our modern businesses. Yeah, so let's go forth, sharpen our axes and tackle any challenge and achieve our goals. And let's ensure that our efforts are not in vain. Yeah, so in this world where we have to save time, because time is money, every moment we invest is an investment for our future. Yeah, so sharpen your axe, plan in precision, and let the fruits of efficiency of your business. We're going to move forward to our most important section of this community call, where we get to hear your voice, we get to hear your questions and your thoughts and any insights you might have for us at EBM Suite. As I said, we are the what we have right now is the creme de la creme of the EBM Suite team. So send out any question you might have, and we'll be here to answer. Yeah, I'll hand it over to Joseph, who will be answering the questions. If you've not posted your question, you can just post it right now as Joseph is answering the already posted ones. Yeah, Joseph.
I see we have one question. How many invoices can a person have on the platform? That's a very good question. So at the moment, we don't have any limitations. So right now you can create as many invoices as you'll need. Yeah, so feel free, have fun and share them with your customers. It seems like we don't have many questions today. Seems like we covered the topic quite very comprehensively. And if you do have any questions or thoughts that come to your mind after the call, feel free to reach out via any of our communication channels. That includes email, phone number, or any social media. I will be happy to support you, and also your feedback is very valuable. In case you have any questions in our upcoming community calls, please don't hesitate to ask them. Even at the beginning of the session, if it's a question about any of the community calls that we've had, you can ask that. I see we have one more question, and it has can you share invoice on email in bulk? So if you do wish to share invoice on email on bulk, you'll have to go to the print mode. You can download it as a PDF and share it to as many customers or users as you wish to in bulk. The send email on the platform currently only shares to the customer who's linked to that particular invoice. So yeah, for any other more questions that you have, you can just reach out to us on any of our communication platforms. So thank you. Charity.
Yeah, thank you for that, Joseph. As he's mentioned, you can reach us via any social media platform. That's Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. Just DM us your questions, insights, just reach out from there. We also have a phone number, +2547 EBM Suite. You can call us, SMSs, WhatsApp is also there. Reach out, and also email info@ebmsuite.com. Yeah, so as we wrap up, we are grateful grateful for your active participation in this community. Thank you for being around as we grow this community from the ground up. Special thanks to Joseph for his expert guidance and him handling the Q&A section. And stay tuned for more updates next week. If you have any questions, just reach out as we mentioned. Remember, you're the heart of our community. Your energy drives us. So until next time, take care and keep pursuing your business dream. Thank you.